Good evening on this wonderful Sunday. Hey, quick reaction video of the NBA All-Star game. Team LeBron versus Team Durant. As we know, Team Durant was missing Durant himself because of injury, but the one, the only, Wardell, Stephen Curry came through and electrified the crowd tonight. I mean, the dude was phenomenal. I mean, the 3-point arsenal that this young man has, I mean, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous, man. It was good for TV. It was a good way to end the All-Star game after what happened on last night during the dunk contest. And it just goes to show you that there's some special players in the NBA. LeBron came with the late game fadeaway. He hit the shimmy when two defenders came, try to blitz him at the end. Fade away over the shoulder, buckets. You know what I'm saying? But before then, I think the first 3.5 quarters, I mean, every time Steph got on the court and just pulled the trigger, it really was just a moment. Let's just be honest. I mean, it was a moment. It was a moment in time, a moment in history that the fans of the NBA who watched the All-Star weekend, whether it was Friday, the Rising Stars, and when it comes to the Skills Challenge on Saturday, and then on Sundays the grand finale of them all, where they get together, man, all the best of the best from the East and the West, and they there in Cleveland. And this year was the 75th anniversary of the Hall of Famers of the NBA, and had all the collective players that are involved in the 75 greatest players. Man, Steph put on a show. Like, the boy is a marksman. Shout out to Devin Booker. He played well. I love how DeJounte Murray played. I love the tenacity that Giannis played with. Just the rage, you know what I mean, that he played with. Like, he plays with a motor that is always pedal to the metal. You know what I mean? It was very good to kind of see that part of the game still being played at a very high level. He really kind of started turning the tide when the game started becoming a little more defensive minded, or you could see that the possession started to matter when Giannis kind of took over in the third, trying to, and when I mean taking over, I mean just the pace of the game. You could tell he really started to say, "Hey, God, dog, it's time to tighten up. Let's give the people what they want to see." And there's a competitive basketball game against some of the top players to ever play, and especially for this year, And so, man, come on, man. Can we just be honest? I ain't talking about Giannis. I'm just saying, like, that boy Steph, when that man pulled that joker from half court and turned around and was like walking to the bus stop, like, it's time to go, and that joker said split cat. I mean, it was dope. The announcers was great. Big ups to Reggie Miller. Big ups to Marv Albert. No, not Marv Albert. Carlin and D Wade. I usually can't stand Reggie Miller, but I think D Wade was a great buffer. He really kind of just was going by the hip, and going by what he was seeing on the court and what he was experiencing. They had the great AI drop by, you know what I'm saying, and share some thoughts with him. They had the great Dirk Nowitzki drop by, share some thoughts about just the overall induction of, the 75 players coming together again, man. And it was just dope, man. It's just like a really dope feel to see all the greats in one building. Big up to the late great Kobe Bryant, and his family, his wife, and and everybody, they showed homage to him. I know they started the trophy last year, but this year they kind of, I guess, retooled or remodified the trophy itself. But and it's a dope looking trophy as well. But man, just to see, that was a good game. Like, first, I think the first quarter, Team LeBron. Second quarter was Team Durant. Third quarter, they broke even. And then it came down to a good back and forth battle in the fourth quarter. And them boys was balling, you know. And we see why they're great, you know. And also, big ups to the boy Ja Morant. I mean, boy got some bunnies. I mean, boy has some bunnies. I mean, hopefully he can get in the dunk contest next year, man. We've been needing that type of swag. You know, not only just his athletic ability, but Ja got that bop to him. You know what I'm saying? He down there in Tennessee, playing for the Memphis Grizzlies, man. And anytime you have a dunk contest with one of the top 15 players in the NBA, man, it's good for the league, because we know what he can do. It's not just his jumping ability, but how he can put on the show, how he can involve the crowd and get those people in the dunk contest. Same thing what Steph was doing. When Steph was pulling them triggers, man, he was looking back, you know what I'm saying? He was hitting with the shimmy, he'll fade away and just like whoop, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, that's what is dope about those players who are able to do those type of feats at that type of level and still do it with ease, with flair, with pizzazz, man, and with such flamboyancy. It was just an awesome sight to see, man. It was a great way to end the NBA All-Star weekend, man. And I was disappointed last night when I was watching dunk contest. It was very sad. I was like, bruh, got to do better. But today was awesome. I love seeing the young players go out there and ball, man, have a wonderful time. And that boy Steph, good job winning the MVP. We appreciate you, LeBron, for closing out the game. I know you was back in Akron. You and Steph, that was kind of dope too. Both of y'all being born in the same hospital in Akron, Ohio. Were the two boys to, put the clamps on the game as well. And man, that was just an overall awesome game to watch. Again, Giannis is a beast. Joel Embiid played awesome. Big ups to Jared Allen. I'm gonna give you a shout out to Jared Allen. He came through in the clutch, made some wonderful blocks, and turned the tide as well. It was just a good game, man. Good game, very entertaining. Thank you, Steph, again for saving the All-Star weekend, man. You put on a show. 16 tray balls from everywhere on the court. You know what I mean? And it was just good to see. And yeah, I'm just excited for the next half of this season. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate, just my reactions. Maybe 15, 20 minutes after the game has ended. I hope you guys enjoyed the game as well. Please, in the comments below, at me and tell me what was your favorite plays of the game, or even favorite moments of the game. Let me know what you guys liked about what you saw today at the All-Star game. And also, it was always dope seeing Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan come through, walking out there. It was like, what up? Because everywhere you saw them J's. You know what I'm saying? You see the Jordan emblem, you know what I'm saying? The logo, on the NBA All-Star jerseys and stuff like that. Man, that guy was, pretty much the reason why I fell in love with the game of basketball, man. Just the way that he played and the grace, but then also just the poetry that he played with in the air and how he moved, and just he was different. And even to this day, when you see his highlights and the things that he was able to do, people still can't really do them, and if they can't do it as consistently as he did it as well. And so, man, just thank the NBA, the commissioner, to make sure these things get together. Thank the city of Cleveland for hosting the NBA. We know it's a wonderful thing for their city, as far as not only financially, but give the people something to be excited for. And yeah, man, I can't wait to get it cracking for this weekend. And Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment below. Tell me what you liked about this NBA All Star. And yeah, I'll get back to you. Peace.